Please welcome on stage co-founder of Personio and CEO Hanno Renner.
Sorry I'm late. Welcome to H.U.G 2021. Welcome to all of you that are joining us live here in our Munich studios. Welcome to those of you that are joining us at our events in Madrid, Dublin, London, Amsterdam, or Stockholm. And welcome to the over 9,000 people that are joining us from all over Europe, from their homes and offices today. I'm excited to welcome so many of you to the third edition of our H.U.G, making it one of the largest HR gatherings in the world. However, with so many people joining us today, it also means that my delay just now has caused a lot of waiting. In fact, my delay, short as it may seem, has caused a cumulative waiting time of about an entire week. But even worse, my delay has caused me to miss out on the opportunity of leaving a great first impression, especially to those of you that are in touch with Personio for the first time. Inside organizations, delays happen all the time. They're happening right now. Somewhere inside the organization, you might be building up to that 1 week of cumulative waiting time, caused by a seemingly insignificant delay. And if you thought my delay just now was painful, the reality is delays in organizations last much longer than those 60 seconds I made you wait this morning, with much higher stakes and exponential effects. Single events might feel harmless, trivial even, but it's really hard to estimate the effect of each delay. It's like flipping a coin. There's a chance everything will work out just fine, but there also is a chance the delay has profound negative consequences. At Personio, one of our core values is customer empathy. And we're really proud to have so many amazing customers which we talk to and learn from every day. From these conversations, we learned about the serious impact delays have on your organizations and your businesses. And to make these learnings more tangible, I'd like to tell you 3 stories from our customers that we learned about from these conversations. The first story is about Mark. Mark is in several recruiting processes, and you've worked really hard to pull him to your process and excite him for your company. He aces every interview, is the perfect fit for your role, and everyone is excited for making Mark an offer. Unfortunately, however, there's a delay because the managing director who needs to sign the offer is currently on a business trip. So the offer sits on her desk, waiting to be signed, while Mark cannot wait much longer. So he accepts one of the other offers he has on the table and pulls out from the process. Mark is full of great ideas for change, but he now works for the competition. Don't miss out on making a key hire. The second story is about Serena. Serena just got promoted to a team lead and is really motivated to get started in her new role. Unfortunately, the IT team is swamped with manual tasks right now, and so there was a delay in adding her to the new email groups and respective Slack channels. A few days later, when she finally does get added to the Slack channels, she sees that there was a team event happening last night. Serena is still in her role, but she missed out on making meaningful connections with her new peers and definitely lost some of her initial motivation. Have you ever missed out on motivating a new team member in their new role? The third story is about George. George has decided to leave the company. He's one of your best engineers with access to the entire code base. On resignation, he hands us his laptop and key account. However, there was a delay in suspending his accounts. So although George is already outside the company, he still has access to all data and the entire code base. Have you ever missed out on protecting your company's intellectual property? So all of these stories are examples of events that trigger people processes. And all of these need to be managed by HR. But there's many more of these events that are happening that trigger similar processes. And they have one thing in common. They go beyond the typical merit of HR, involving several other departments as well as additional applications. And this has only been accelerated by the growing number of applications that have been implemented over the past 18 months throughout the pandemic. So a simple event like a promotion might cause a complicated process involving 3 stakeholders and 4 different tools, causing many delays along the way. And the reality is, there's many more events like that along the customer lifecycle that cause equally extensive processes and that are fragmented across multiple applications and teams. And while some of these delays can be solved with HR software, we believe that the existing HR software category is failing at solving many of these delays and their detrimental outcomes, including Personio. Why? Because the vast majority of processes, as we just saw, go beyond HR, while the HR software is limited to its scope of HR. Instead, we believe HR needs to be enabled to go beyond HR. As a first step, we launched the Personio Marketplace earlier this year. And we were really amazed by the impact it had and the response from our customers. Today, over 40% of our customers have already deployed at least one integrations, many of which with the applications that sit outside the typical merit of HR, such as finance or IT. And in just a few months, those integrations have already automated over 1 million data updates that otherwise would have required manual action, came at the risk of incorrect data, and of course, delays. But despite these first successes, we believe we need to do more to enable HR to go beyond HR. We need to reimagine HR software. And therefore, I'm excited to introduce you to People Workflow Automation. People Workflow Automation transforms manual fragmented people process into automated workflows. People Workflow Automations ensure you don't miss out. People Workflow Automation accelerates organizational velocity, and People Workflow Automation enables HR to go beyond HR. Because organizations work better when all your apps and people are connected. We're democratizing workflow technology that so far has been limited to large enterprises by making it easy to use, fast to implement, and at an affordable price for small and mid-sized organizations. In fact, People Workflow Automation will be included for free with every Personio subscription. People Workflow Automation removes hours of wasted time and painful delays. So let's go back to our customer stories to see what that means in action. Thanks to People Workflow Automation, only hours after his last interview, the already pre-prepared offer was digitally signed by the managing director right from her business trip, then automatically sent to Mark, who happily accepted it, and everyone is excited that Mark will have a great impact. Don't miss out on making a great hire. The second story about Serena Thanks to People Workflow Automation, she was immediately added to all relevant Slack channels and email groups and was excited to see the calendar invite of the team event that was happening that night with her new peers. Now she is the one posting the picture of the team event where she made meaningful connections and is now even more motivated for her new role. Don't miss out on making key employees productive in their new role. The third story was about George. Remember George? He wanted to leave the company. Well, even People Workflow Automation couldn't prevent him from leaving. However, on resignation, all of his accounts were automatically disabled, and even if there wasn't any bad intent, your important data was protected. Don't miss out on protecting your company's intellectual property. In any of these stories, People Workflow Automation would have enabled HR to go beyond HR and prevented businesses from missing out, avoiding delays by automating people processes across applications and teams. And if any of these examples felt futuristic or even magical to you, I have some good news. Over the past 12 months, we've been working very hard behind the scenes of making People Workflow Automation a reality and evolving our product to a world of People Workflow Automation. And therefore, I'm excited to now welcome my co-founder, Roman, and Personio's Chief Product Officer on stage to tell us more.
People Workflow Automation is the future. This future is actually rooted in the customer needs we deeply understood in the past, working with hundreds of HR managers as well as our customer advisory board. Hence, workflows are an integral part of our product already today. Let me show you a couple of examples. Employees, like Emilia, can call in sick via our mobile app. And while Emilia looks happy on her profile picture, she actually wakes up feeling terrible. And after seeing a doctor, she submits her absence right on her phone. She takes a photo of her sick certificate that is immediately transferred and securely stored in Personio with other HR documents. HR, on the other side, needs to ensure company's compliance. Emilia's submission instantly triggers a notification and task for the HR manager, so the approval can be completed. Onboarding is another key part of our product. It drives high quality of employee onboarding at scale, so every new joiner is productive and engaged from day one. Personio enables HR to define and streamline company-specific onboarding processes through a flexible workflow configuration. And once set up, workflows are executed efficiently across teams and departments, across hiring managers, office IT, and more. Of course, the new joiner is a part of that process, so Susan selects her hardware. Her choice is documented in Personio and immediately forwarded to Office IT, who's provisioning the hardware. Such and other collaborative tasks are efficiently executed through Personio, and Personio ensures all tasks are done in time. Personio also automates document workflows. People changes like promotions typically trigger contract amendments. Such can be created with templates and just a few clicks. Personio automatically inserts employee space data so you can focus on the actual data changes like the employee's title or salary. Personio document workflows feature electronic signatures, so executives can sign documents on the go. That way, George receives his well-deserved pay raise and can celebrate his promotion with no delays. We've just revisited a couple of existing workflow features of Personio. Now, I'm thrilled to share a set of brand new people workflow automation features with you that bring our platform to the very next level. And what you'll see now is just the beginning of how we're going to supercharge both existing and new products to transform fragmented people processes into automated workflows across your organization. Let me introduce you to what we call the Workflow Hub. What if a workflow is stuck? What if there's a delay in completing critical workflow steps like signing a document? The Personio Workflow Hub provides complete oversight for HR to oversee workflow execution progress, but also understand delays. It's like HR's cockpit for onboarding, offboarding, approval, and e-signature workflows. The on-offboarding widget helps to understand workflows for all employees with onboarding in progress. The approval requests widget helps to understand open approvals as well as drilling down into overdue ones. The e-signatures request widget shows pending signings. And instead of being busy double-checking manual execution of tasks, HR is in control and can focus on exceptions only. Seems like Martina needs a reminder to sign that offer document and get it in front of the candidate as quickly as possible. To remove painful delays in your people processes, we believe we need to do more than bringing them to the surface. People workflow automation brings workflows closer to where your employees' work happens and makes your applications talk to each other. From today onwards, employees will be able to request absences right from both Slack and Microsoft Teams. Peter's company uses Microsoft Teams, so he requests his annual leave right from the chat. And we brought all capabilities from our web application into both Slack and Microsoft Teams, so it features substitution as well as document upload. Ready, request, done. While some workflow steps need to be executed by humans, many don't. We're proud to announce in-depth workflow integrations across Personio and Microsoft's Azure Active Directory. It's a prime example of how deeply integrated cross-application workflows enable an entire new level of automation. Once employees are created in Personio, they are automatically added to the Active Directory. And important organizational information like supervisor, department, or role can be mapped to directory attributes. So when organizational change happens, users in the directory are always up to date, assigned to the correct email and access groups. Like Esther, she's moving into a new role into the product department. Her organizational information is automatically updated in the directory. She has access to all her new accounts without worry because the directory is immediately updated. Ben, unfortunately, is leaving the company. Once an employment is terminated, access is revoked immediately across all applications, and that not only saves licensing cost, but most importantly, keeps the company's valuable information safe. And while the majority of our customers uses Microsoft's Azure Active Directory, we don't want other customers to miss out. So we also built an integration with Okta that features the very same powerful capabilities you've just seen. The very moment I'm speaking, our product development teams released all those new features. So from right after this keynote, our new Workflow Hub, absence requests from Slack and Microsoft Teams, identity management integrations with Azure, Active Directory, and Okta will be available in all our customers' accounts as well as trial accounts too. As said previously, this is just the beginning. We won't stop here. So let me provide you with an outlook of what's ahead. Since our marketplace launch in April earlier this year, we've not only added integrations with Active Directory, Okta, Slack, and Microsoft Teams. Recent launches also include integrations with leading players in the fields of time tracking, employee engagement, and recruiting. Overall, we doubled the size of our ecosystem from 35 to over 70 integrations. Because when we say we enable HR to go beyond HR, we mean automating workflows across a vast variety of applications. And similar to our integration with Datev for Germany, we're currently working on automating payroll workflows across Europe. Soon, we will be launching integrations with Numbers, Pento, and Payfit. Many workflows involve people that need to take action. HR approving that sickness certificate. Hiring managers reviewing candidates and submitting their feedback. New joiners uploading visa documents, office IT provisioning computers. Last month only, Personio helped our customers to get more than 600,000 tasks done. And to streamline workflow execution even further, we're about to release global task management. One central inbox that speeds up task completion across everyone in your organization. Tasks will be accessible from every page of our web application. And global task management also supports prioritization. Not only have we separated notifications from tasks for better overview, we also implemented task list filters, so you can focus on the types of tasks that are most important and critical stuff gets done first. Our new task management solution is built on top of an innovative distributed service architecture that allows us to expose tasks to applications outside Personio. Going forward, managers will be able to be informed and take action about absence requests of their reports right in both Slack and Microsoft Teams. Managers will be able to take immediate action and approve right where their work happens. Without context switch, without login, and without delays. People workflow automation will be built into any new product we're building and any new use case we're solving for. One innovation with workflow automation built in is Personio Performance Cycles, which we'll be launching soon. With Personio Performance Cycles, HR teams will be able to define scalable performance review processes that define the workflow for each employee and their manager to go through. For a 600-employee organization, that means effective execution of 600 workflows because Personio creates the required tasks and reminders, if needed, for everyone to complete their reviews. Personio Performance Cycles gives HR peace of mind because HR can oversee progress across all open reviews. Instead of chasing individual managers and employees to complete their reviews, HR can take a proactive role in executing the cycle and ultimately closing all reviews in time. Finally, our vision is to automate any people workflow. If we learned one thing in the past, it's that every organization works differently and has their very unique processes. We've closely worked with dozens of customers to understand their automation needs and map their existing processes. Hence, we're building a custom workflow builder that enables HR to flexibly set up automated workflows while it's easy to use. And to achieve both, we're investing in building a sophisticated workflow engine. That means the first version of this custom workflow builder is still some months away. I promise, though, it will be worth the wait. HR will be able to create custom workflows from pre-configured templates, like a promotion workflow. The workflow builder comes with request forms and other steps, like approvals, that can be easily added. And once defined, there will be a test mode. So you can roll out newly automated workflows across your entire organization with confidence. And this is just one of an infinite number of workflows the Personio Custom Workflow Builder will be able to automate. I hope you're as excited about both today's releases as well as what's ahead as we are. And I can't wait to see how you will leverage Personio and people workflow automation to automate workflows and drive organizational velocity in your business. With that, back over to Hanno.
Thank you, Roman, for making people workflow automation tangible, for sharing with us how our customers can benefit from people workflow automation today, and for giving us an outlook into the future of organizations powered by people workflow automation. To make this future a reality, we will continue to heavily invest into our product to help you avoid delays and prevent you from missing out. We want to think and build Personio for the long term. And therefore, I'm happy to announce today that last week we closed a new financing round and received additional investment of 270 million to build the future of HR software. In 2016, when we started Personio, we weren't that well funded. In fact, we're just a group of students about to graduate from university and move into our first office. But we had one core belief, a core belief that spreadsheets were not and are still not the best way to manage your people. So we started to build what would become the HR operating system to help small and mid-sized organizations manage their most important asset, their people, more effectively. We've since learned a lot from over 5,000 customers and made a lot of their challenges, experienced a lot of their challenges ourselves as we grew from a team of students to an organization of over 1,000 colleagues. Today, we have shared our vision for the future, but not just the future of Personio, but the future of the entire HR software category. We're building people workflow automation to enable HR to go beyond HR. So with that, we felt being the HR operating system no longer reflected this ambition. So despite, or in addition to announcing the people workflow automation category, I'm excited to share that we're also evolving our brand from the HR operating system to the people operating system. The people operating system will be the first solution of its kind. It will help you avoid painful delays and prevent your organizations from missing out. The people operating system will enable HR to go beyond HR. Thank you very much.